One collaboration or one partnership that you're very proud of, which just stands out in your long journey?
One partnership, I will not come, I'll talk about an achievement and based on alignment, etc.
Sure.
And that's what the topic is about, the stakeholder alignment. I don't know how many of you knew that we had a subsidiary selling vehicles called Concord Motors.
Yes.
I'm not sure how many. You would have heard, obviously, but I'm not sure how many of you have heard.
You heard of Concord Motors?
Concord Motors
Yes.
was a retail arm of Tata Motors.
Yes.
Right? And our flagship store was here in Prabhadevi,
Yes.
near the Siddhivinayak temple. So at one point of time, and the brief background of Concord was the retail arm for Tata Motors. So obviously that was supposed to be a benchmark. So we were the OEMs, called as the original equipment manufacturers. We were supposed to be making vehicles, and that's how it happens. It goes to a dealer, the dealer sells the vehicle to the end consumer, and that's how it is. So we don't sell vehicle directly to the end consumer. So like any XYZ, Vasan Motors in Chembur, Concord was also a dealer. Now why should a company have a dealer? Your job is to make vehicles, simple. Forget everything else and that usko dealer ka sardardi hai, usko gaadi bechne do. We decided we will have our own retail arm because we wanted to set up certain benchmarks on how retail should be done in this country. Now whether we succeeded or we did not succeed, that's a different thing. The fact is that was what our aim is. It worked out wonderfully well because it set certain benchmarks. The overall control to a great extent was with Tata Motors, but just as it is what is called as for corporate governance, you needed to have a hands-off approach. Like they're two distinct companies with different boards. You just can't touch that company. You couldn't do anything. I couldn't even go and tell them that you must lift vehicles. No. I had to sober my voice and tell them, what's your target for the month? That's how it worked. So at one point of time, the company decided when we had too many things on our plate that we would hive off Concord. And there was a 5-member team, a senior team headed by me. And our job was to see to it, you pick up potential buyers for Concord. You know what are the first doubt that people had? The first doubt anybody who was in the automobile industry had. अभी पता चला ना गाड़ी बेचना कितना मुश्किल है. हमको सिखाते थे आप. Right? आपको पता चला अब बेचने आ गए. इससे वैसा नहीं है. We thought we will vacate this space, you can operate. Okay. Then came the trust factor. Is there anything more to it that what Tata Motors is saying, or is it the real reason why they want to hive it off? We had to go and scout for partners. Again, what I gave you in the last example, I got it, you did not get it, became a question. And we were operational about 5-6 cities in the country. So we had to handpick people, right? So obviously there was a massive due diligence done. We enrolled some consultants who came and gave us all those big pictures of what is to be done, how it is to be done. So we went through it and all. And then we got into the task of being in the field, literally being on the field throughout a month, going and talking to different people. Now, the fact is that here is a company subsidiary which is being hived off. People who want to buy this are looking at it with some sort of concern as to why is it being done and am I taking a right decision by taking it over? And there were conditions that the company had put, that you should take my stocks, you should take this, you should take that. So obviously you get a city to operate, say Hyderabad to operate, but then it also comes with certain baggages. So it may not always be a win-win situation in these businesses. It could be a win-lose or a lose-win, but you try to ensure that, because these are partners who will stay with us for long. Trust became a very critical factor. People used to talk to me and ask, sir, हम जो कर रहे हैं, सबसे पहले तो they asked, I hope you will continue in the organization for long enough. obvious, nothing wrong in that. क्यों? नहीं सर, हम तो कर रहे हैं, पर कल कुछ हो जाता है. I said, this has nothing to do with me as an individual. And I can't guarantee I'll be staying in the organization. It's my job. If I get a job, I'm going to get out of this place. So building a trust, and trust is not about individuals. Trust is, see, the good thing about this company all about is that the brand is very trustworthy.
Yeah.
People trust the brand, but the brand is not seen. It's people like us who are ambassadors for the company, and they trust us.